Xolani Khumalo was on podcast and chill, and this is my review of it. This is my viewpoints or what I took away from it. I'm not gonna go deep into everything that he said, but I'm just gonna speak about the main takeaways that I took out from the interview. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the main thing that I took out was a question that McG asked. McG asked him, why is he doing this? He knows it can't be for money. Why does he put himself in such a dangerous position? And he responded and told McG that he's doing this for him. This is like the struggle. Our parents had the struggle, and they were fighting against apartheid. You know what I'm saying? So he says that our generation, this is our fight against drugs, and people who are coming here to ruin our people with drugs. You know, and it's a just cause for him. But McG, in his way that he is nowadays, I don't know what's happening with McG, but he said that, or was he trying to catch? Maybe he was trying to catch, because McG sometimes, I believe, by watching this interview, I can see that, okay, McG sometimes he intentionally tries to trap the guest, so he said that he thinks, no, Xolani, he said he's giving Zimbabwe. He said the reasons he's saying is giving Zimbabwe. And then he said that he thinks that Xolani is doing this for fame. You know what I'm saying? So Xolani responded and said, why are you guys doing the podcast? If this is for fame, you got your fame, why are you guys still doing the podcast? Why are you here today? You know what I'm saying? So that was the question that I took out, and that was such a brilliant question. And that question, they couldn't answer that question. And so my video is based on that part, because I feel like it's such an important part. Well, let's just look at McG, for example. The podcast is there to share truths, to inspire, to do all these things. You can't just do it once and then, of course, you're gonna get fame. You need to get fame. You need to be seen. This thing needs to be documented. Your interview with Israel Matsike needs to be documented. It needs to be there. If you're saying Xolani must do this thing without cameras and all these things, why don't you do your podcast without cameras? And then you just tell people, no, we talked about this and this. Why don't you do that? So you guys are on the same journey. You are just talking and doing this and that. He is doing the action and using his skills. So nowadays we have a situation where the elites are using the media, but it's been a thing. But they're using the media, social media, TV media, traditional media, to brainwash the people, to not give the people what they need, and to teach them lies and make them ignorant. So why wouldn't, if we really want to make an impact, why don't we operate on the same level that they operate? We need to do that. We need to showcase our good that we're doing. Because instead they're going to say that black people in South Africa, they're doing this and that. They're going to, every day you go on BBC, you go on whatever, they're talking stupid stories about Africa. Messed up stories about Africa. They're talking about xenophobia, they're talking about corruption, they're making our country look like it's a shithole country. Why can't we take out our equipment and we shoot when we're doing good things? If we become famous, we become famous, but that's what it is. Well, if I'm famous, I'm famous, but I have to showcase what I'm doing. Fame also is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's not completely a bad thing. It's a good thing, because God's servant gets to be seen. Because when they do their bad things, they show themselves. They make sure that BBC Africa, this and that, they show their logos. You know what I'm saying? They make sure it's them. So why shouldn't I, as a child of God, as a brand of God, my brand is the brand of God? Xolani, when you see my face, when you see his face, you know what it represents. And that is the God's logo. Why can't I express it and make it get seen by millions of people? You know what I'm saying? So Xolani Khumalo, what a brilliant answer. And he showed that drugs can be really, really eradicated. We can stop this drug thing if we just stand up. If we just stand up, we can stop. Per community, we have our own people who are dealing with drugs. We have a movement that deals with drugs, and it's countrywide. We can deal with the drug situation. He said that there was a hood that he went there. They wiped the guys. They took out the top guy. They found him and all that. And now it's been quiet for a while. Some people are trying to start again. When you take out the main guy, then the drug system doesn't just work like that. You need to build it. It's an infrastructure. Selling drugs is an infrastructure that you build. You find the people, you find this, you find the connection, you find this, you find the spots, you find the children, you find the people where they move. You learn the area. You know what I'm saying? So once you destabilize them, it's going to take a while for them to restructure. And when they try and restructure, you hit them again, you hit them again. What we need to do as South Africa, we need to start an organization that deals with this thing. Something similar to Operation Dudula. We need to start an Operation Dudula of sorts for drugs. We deal with drugs. You know what I'm saying? So Operation Dudula is more like foreigners and all that, even drugs, but we need one that's specific for drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very important that we do that. And it's just cause me, I understand. And I hear Xolani, and I fully understand what he's talking about. I fully understand where he's coming from. We are in trouble, We can't have our brothers, on nyaupe, on drugs, When you get into that stuff, you can't quit. You know what I'm saying? You can't quit that stuff. It's very difficult to quit. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine you're a young man and whatever. Every time you have to be smoking, you're turned into a zombie, a vampire, Yet you find that the people who are doing these drugs, some of them are the most sweetest, most capable people who had bright futures ahead of them. And now they've just been ruined. I get it, they're the one who bought the drugs, but, it's very, very sad, and we need to do something about this thing. Before our male people in this country are completely destroyed to a point where, for me, I feel like it's a strategy, it's a plan to destabilize the country by taking out the young men, making sure the young men are useless and all these things. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out there, young guys in South Africa, don't do drugs, please. Don't do drugs. They want you guys to be destabilized so that they can take over the country, so that they can sell the country. If you guys were here and you're mentally correct, they wouldn't be able to do anything, because you would see, hi man, I can't allow that. Hi man, I can't allow that. But the women will allow it. Women will allow anything. The women that are, you know what I'm saying, women that are not functioning properly, you know what I'm saying, or brainwashed, you know what I'm saying. So women will allow a lot of things. That's just how we are wired. Women are more wired towards people, you know what I'm saying. And shame. Kanti on the side, she doesn't see what's really happening. But when you as a man would see, man, something's off here. Hey, what's happening? Why is that guy just standing there the whole time? Why is this? You know what I'm saying? That's the mind of a man. A man thinks about these things. So imagine they take out all the men, the young men, the future. They leave the old man. The old men now have to deal with everything. No. The young men are the future of this country, and they need to be sober. We need to be sober, guys. We need to be sober. South Africans need to be sober. We are at war. We have people that have seen our country to a point where they come here, they act like, hey, South Africa is beautiful, eh? South Africa is beautiful, eh? You think like they love you. They don't love you. They are seeing opportunity to exploit. They want to exploit. Exploit you, exploit your resources, exploit everything. It's like that visitor who comes to your house and start asking too many questions. Hey, you think like they love you. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They're seeing opportunity. They're seeing this and that. So such a visitor needs someone who's very vigilant and someone who's not afraid to fight. We need to be we need to be angry. We need to be like that father that you know and you can't fuck with. You need to be that father in a household you know you can't fuck with. You know that father, hey, he's got something there. You know, he's got pit bulls there. He's got German Shepherd. He's got Rottweiler. You know, he's got weapons. He's got this and that. They need to know, hey, I must not F with that household. Hey, that timer. That's what we need here in South Africa. And we men are naturally like that. And that's we're protectors. So if they take us out, who's going to protect? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to protect the country? For these people and all these other people who are here for vendettas and agendas, they can't do anything if we are here as men. They can do it if there's only women and children. They can brainwash them and do whatever. And then they give the woman a job, they make her successful and all that. But they know that she's not going to fight the real fight. She's just going to sit there and enjoy the money. You know what I'm saying? But a man can say, no, I don't want the money. I don't want blood money. I don't want this money. I don't want that. Why are you getting this money? What are we doing here? What's happening? Human trafficking. Hey, what's happening? We question. So when you're on drugs, you can't question. All you focused on is the drug. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very important, you know, for us to be wise. I don't care if you're broke. I don't care if you're hungry. I don't care. Don't do drugs. You need to be sober so that you can protect your country. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, your boy Just King Zeri.